beautiful soul. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you are new to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome to another All Signs Love Tarot. All Signs Tarot, Love Tarot reading. We already have some cards wanting to come in. That one is also yours. The Empress is in reverse. Justice is in reverse. And the Three of Cups is in reverse. The Five of Cups is here, where your person's energy is super strong. I'm just going to move it some more. And we're in. Let's go. So I want to validate this is somebody here that is feeling a lot of regret. They're missing you. It's somebody that I do feel like you are not talking to. And part of that is, well, like what happened in your last conversation? If you saw each other, didn't see each other, was somebody not telling the truth? I mean, Justice is in reverse, the imbalanced energy, and it's in the partnership placement. And you're both hearing it, by the way, in 11. That is a master number. And it's also, again, it's connecting to the imbalance here between the two of you. And I don't like this. Empress in reverse, but it's also really validating for me that there has been an emotional unavailability. There might be some timing around the relationships in terms of readiness. Was somebody lying about something? Yeah, but it's like, for me, it's sort of like not being ready for some reason, and it could literally be connecting to a situation, which obviously is going to be specific for you should that be a karmic situation. What on earth is going on? This is what's going on. Okay, stay with me here because I'm going to tell you something. I'll tell you a lot of things, but whether you're here in real time is really moot for me, because what I mean by that is you will find readings. They'll find you when you're meant to, like the messages or a message if you need to hear them. If you come into a reading and you say, yeah, that's not for me, it's not. But I want to validate to trust the timing. I also want to tell you that we are right in the thick of Mercury retrograde during eclipse season. So this is really validating already that it's somebody that there is just stuff going on. You're either not talking to, no contact, no communication, and or there's a separation as well. Their energy's kind of all over the place, I gotta tell you. And look at this. Gosh, it's also clear around this Mercury retrograde energy, in particular eclipse season. It's different. And there is a window of opportunity. There's a lot of windows opening and doors and phones lifted in terms of communication. And what's really clear already in their energy that's really strong is just our core card, the King of Swords, and just even this minor arcana, the Five of Cups. That somebody here, the thing about the Five of Cups is, look, they're looking at these three cups knocked over, okay? The emotional energy, it's not resolved. It was an emotional, maybe a communication in person, maybe not. And it's really validated here with the Three of Cups in reverse. It was just kind of all over the place. And it's connecting with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, which is in the partnership placement with Justice in reverse. So I do want to validate, if this was around an actual event, the last time you spoke, they do have regret for how things were left. They're definitely feeling it. And this is the thing about the retrograde energy is things are not moving here. This is clear. Look, the Chariot is also in reverse. And that's also, by the way, an emotional blockage for me. So that's really not surprising at all. It's not starting for the Empress. It's not starting for Justice around somebody who needs to be honest or make something right here. But I also want to validate this energy that it's connected to the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So for those of you that this does connect with perhaps a twin flame energy, again, don't go running if you're not a twin flame or you don't believe in it. It's up to you whether, you make that decision. But I want to bring it through. Should it be connecting, it does connect to a karmic situation, which could even be including somebody's situation in terms of other contracts, okay? The Ten of Pentacles in reverse, like something stopping, contracts ending, that sort of thing. But it really is validating and connecting, in particular with the kitty corner energy here with the Empress in reverse. Because it's like you were either in this connection and things were moving along, or it was a possibility you were working on things, you were heading there, or it was just a possibility. And we can see that timing wise, things are not moving. Has somebody been ready, or somebody hasn't available and somebody hasn't, whatever the case is, it's somebody I do feel like there's a pause in communication, or you're not talking to them. And this is what is going on literally in their mind in our King of Swords. Mercury energy, the planet of the mind and communication, they're in this thought, and there's also some strategizing energy with it. This is a feeling here. This Five of Cups energies, the Scorpio energy, they're looking down at these 3 cups that are knocked over. There's water everywhere, yet there's 2 cups here that are behind them, that are being protected, that looks like they might be full or have some water in them. They're still up, right? So that's this energy of the connection that's still here, the feelings that they still have. But it is like there's a lot that's been going on. And this energy of thinking about it, wanting, the Hierophant is here. And being affected by this retrograde and eclipse energy, and wanting to communicate, like really wanting to reach out. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is just going to go for it, the confident energy here. But again, in our court card energy, look, it's a wild cat with the crown on and the wand. It is here in between the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and a major arcana, Justice in reverse. So that's just a really strong validation that it's connected to what is going on here between the two of you. And at the very least, around making something right here. It's like groundwork being laid, for the communication. Yeah, the Strength card. Getting over some fear that might be here around it because of what was said or what went on. But also getting over some pride. And I just have to validate this as well. It does connect with the Empress around timing and around things moving forward, and somebody being emotionally available and feeling ready to be honest about that and feeling ready for long term. What's clear here, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Strength card, more importantly, Major Arcana, the Empress in reverse, is that it is around readiness or fear, also kind of how we got here, of long-term energy. And again, it could be connecting to a third party. That's going to be really specific for you, though. With that said, some of that does come through here with the Two of Pentacles. That is an imbalance, and it's right here with Temperance, which is a massive imbalance. And it's around matters of the heart. Temperance is connected to the heart chakra. It's Archangel Michael, who just wants everybody to be honest here, And it's clear that this heart chakra energy is connected to this Two of Pentacles, also the imbalance choices. So one of these pentacles is it still yours? What's the other one? It's validating here in the Hierophant that it could be connected to just even differences of how you would move about commitment. But it could also be telling us that there is some connections to other people in somebody's head or life that have expectations that this is kind of how it has to go this way. And that could even be the other pentacle, like what other people think, or other commitments. The bottom line for me here, which has been and is incredibly clear, Knight of Pentacles, is the communication. That it's going like top, bottom. What is this all about? The shadow energy is here. That's what this is. And Judgment, Four of Pentacles, and the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands in reverse. Is this person wanting, like making these plans to communicate. And that's also really validating with the Seven of Wands. Something's wanting to reveal. There's two things revealing. The Page of Cups and the Two of Swords in reverse. That's interesting. And I'm going to tell you what, it's really strongly connecting to the Seven of Wands for me because, well, look, there's a dragon here on the Seven of Wands. The deck I chose you today here for you today here at the Tarot Closet. Coming before that, of course, is the Six of Wands, and that's around like somebody getting over whatever has kept them from communicating, really. And that Six of Wands, like communication, showing up for something, seeing you or writing. The Seven of Wands is like, yeah, wait a minute. And there's a dragon here protecting the door. It's almost like being at a castle, right? A Schloss, as we say here in Austria. But the dragon is holding up the seventh wand and protecting that door. So it's sort of like showing up at your door, pulling up to the castle, the house, you could say. But it's, if that's the case, because it won't be for everyone if it's in person, but it's this energy of like, I want to talk. And that is just, but it does feel kind of like all over the place, you know. And this Page of Cups energy, super strong validation around the page energy, which is kind of like a student energy, like still trying to figure it out. Because this is not the Knight, this is not the Queen, and it's not the King of Cups, it's the Page. And they're holding up the cup with the fish, with the feelings. There is a polar bear here, which is very interesting because the polar bear is living in the cold. The water is frozen around them. And it does have that energy of, yeah, the lack of communication. And obviously, I feel like some emotional immaturity, which is really validating for me in the Empress in reverse. But this page energy here, the King of Swords, Judgment in particular, even the Six of Swords here. Look at this. Three of Pentacles. It's just really clear that this is somebody who is definitely being affected by this Mercury retrograde energy here in eclipse season. That you might, and this is maybe why it could be that if somebody's just showing up to your door or your house, or there's a phone call out of the blue, or showing up to an event, that why the dragon is here with the fire, because that's a defense, self-defensive, it's like a defensive energy, like, wait a minute, you know, what is this kind of energy? It is somebody that you've been waiting on. And that's been clear for me. But we're also looking at the Seven of Pentacles here in reverse with the timing of the Empress, which is in reverse. So it's like somebody to be ready to either make some major changes in their life, or be honest about feelings, or be honest about the future, if there is a karmic situation. And this reversal energy is like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So a wait, but not for long, because you've been really patient. And that's the other thing, you know. Temperance is also in reverse, that imbalanced energy, literally here with the Two of Pentacles. So what is the other pentacle? And the Ten of Wands connecting with that, by the way, is just super validating around like, this is just frustrating. I'm just tired of waiting energy. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Another validation around things not being worked out. I mean, because we're coming from the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And we're moving into the Eight of Pentacles, and that's also in reverse. Like, there's still the Pentacles still in balance. But you might not even be here anymore. You can see that one of the Pentacles is yours. You can see it here in the Knight of Pentacles. And that is a very slow energy. Yeah. The biggest thing here, Judgment, this is your overall energy today. It just is. The wake-up energy, that's here, like making a final decision. First of all, I think that's for you as well as the person here, because they are waking up. And this is an energy of make this choice already, you know, and be honest. But you may not even have been or are waiting for it anymore, because the way they're coming in to talk is, it is kind of like coming in sideways. It's almost like if you're playing softball or baseball, you know, and you are sliding in. You're like running to all the bases and then you're sliding in as fast as you can. That's kind of what it feels like. And why that is not incredibly clear because I'm not privy to all the details. And it could be that there's situations around you that has them sort of triggered, I feel like. And there is that energy around the Four of Pentacles, which can come off like sort of like a greed energy. It is a long-term energy. So it could be even connecting to I just want to validate, it could be connecting to something financially. And that could even be connecting to a third party, as in a person or a situation that's financial. I just want to validate that because look, our little squirrel here is holding on tight to a pentacle. And then we have 3 around, which is interesting because I kind of feel like that's you because look, here is the 3 of Pentacles. And that's an energy of coming together, an energy of, well, timing again. Somebody here is definitely in this wake-up energy. And if you are in a breakup or a pause, it really is like a reconciliation or closure energy. This is an Archangel Gabriel energy, the angel for messages and the herald of visions. And it's like clarity and, again, a decision, a final decision. There's, look, you can see there's the headstones here behind our wolf, who actually looks a little bit panicked here. Yeah, it's like reconciliation or closure, and maybe you're already in there, but it's also for you. That's the thing, because I can see there's just this sick of waiting kind of energy, and maybe, again, you're not anymore. And I would also want to validate that energy of a decision around them, but also you and the 2 of Swords in reverse. An indecisive energy, sort of like in the head, like someone being in their head, you know, because that is around, you know, making a decision. And that's the thing. Look, the 6 of Swords is here. It is here with shadow. That's the Devil card energy. So I want to validate that around attachment. If for you this is like, you know, I want to detach. Again, that's going to be really specific, but some of you are on that edge, or you might even already be there. But I do want to validate it's also an energy that I feel like this person is in terms of like being kind of obsessed about this, because this energy that we're in, whether you're here now, next week, months, a year later, as it's coming through around this person, it feels kind of intense, you know, and it feels like, yeah, they're writing out this, they're trying to write out this energy that's here, but I don't know if they're going to succeed. Like I feel like there's going to be contact made, whether it is around in person at an event or a phone call, a message, or whatever. And either way, what I feel like is here also is a final decision for you. In this judgment energy of having clarity and making a decision. Now, they do have an apology that's here. Everything I feel like needs to get aired out. Some truth needs to come in here for sure. And again, it still may not change anything for this person, I feel like, who's coming in here to have this conversation. But it's definitely a validation for you around getting clarity and making a decision. And the 6 of Swords, the last tarot coming in, is really validating for me because, well, first of all, look at the deck that I chose for you today. This duck is here. There's 3 swords on each side, looking up at the moon, which might be hiding some illusions, might be some things that need to be looked at. That's the moon energy. And as we almost have you both here, like 3 of Swords, 3 of Swords, so a validation of some kind of pause or break, maybe completely, but it is an energy of transition. It's like an energy of things needing to move, and it is a Mercury energy, so it really is like this conversation will, or has the possibility to, it's like this conversation, what they're going to say. It's like you're one end they're saying it, and one end you're hearing it. And for a lot of you, this is around that energy of detachment and making this decision and moving on. But I want to validate that's going to be really specific for you, because it's clear that you're still here. At least a lot of you are, maybe barely. We do know that one of these pentacles is yours. We do know that the long-term commitment energy is here, but there's obviously something's been going on and it hasn't been fixed. It hasn't been made right. So yeah, the path that you take is what I want to say is your free will. That is, you have free will. Everybody does. The future is not fixed. Energies, outcomes, they can, they will, and they do change. I want to bring in some tea leaf today. If you are already 1 foot out the door, it's almost like whatever this communication, however it goes, is definitely going to be the moving forward energy for you, whether it's together or apart. You're getting clarity and truth. And if you want it, closure. Camel is here. Persevere and you will overcome your problems. It's right here with Shadow, Judgment, 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, leading up to the Knight of Pentacles. It definitely could be connecting with things around the relationship that are the possibility for things to work out. But I gotta say, it's really feeling pretty intense. And I guess a lot of what I want to say here too is just, pay attention to the energy, and how you feel and what you're wanting to do, because this is a really different retrograde, and you want to just kind of slow some things down and, yeah, be clear with the decision or decisions that you want to make. And as I say that, look, there are clouds here. It says temporary problems, and I feel like that's the case anyway, because everything's always changing, and it isn't a clear energy here around judgment, announcement. Well, that's Archangel Gabriel, like, really clear to me. But it's also connecting to the communication. Needle and a thread. A sincere wish will be granted. There is a pretty big apology in here, and I have to say, it's a needle. It's a thread. What do we do with that? We sew things. We repair them. So maybe even underneath all of the stuff that's been going on, there's still this wish for this apology, for sure. Yeah, good news. That's pretty clear for me. Look, there's an ear here. And, it's so weird, but I've been having this really strong connection to... I've been having these, like, really weird ear issues, like last night and today. I am an earplug wearer. I won't go into it. I'll just say that it's very much connecting here with what you're going to hear. A journey, either physical or mental, yes. For sure, mental. I think that's already going on, but it's really validating around this conversation. It's intense, I feel, but it needs to happen. 10 cards, celebration, fun, enjoyment. Well, this could be validating, I've got to say, around a particular event, should that be the case, where you would maybe see each other to talk. It obviously could be connecting with what might get lightened here by what's being said. I like this. I like this for you. I like it in general. It's a horseshoe. It's good luck. And I have to say, a horseshoe is on a horse, which is around movement, working through things. Yeah, so it's definitely around this communication. And that also connects me with, look what's here, wind chimes. It does connect me with the Wheel of Fortune energy, which is connected to the throat chakra. So either way, I just feel like this is a new cycle for you. It's like turning in your favor. Wind chimes, peace and harmony, yeah. Restoring it for you. Is it restoring it together? Reconciliation just came down, pineapple. I need to move the ear. It needs to go here on judgment. Reconciliation or closure. Here's the thing, it can be both. Sometimes reconciliation can be the coming together and having the conversation, and it could still be closure. I mean, again, it's not up to me. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. Yes, like I said, in particular with this Mercury retrograde and eclipse season energy, it's strong. We're looking at Temperance in reverse, the Two of Pentacles, the imbalance, just even the Two of Swords in reverse, Judgment. I mean, just look at the energy of Judgment today. It's really clear. And I would say this for around you, you know, because I'm reading for you. Wishbone is here. Announcement, good luck, peace and harmony, good news. What did you wish for? Successfully overcoming a problem. Is it you overcoming this? Moving on, or is it the two of you? Again, the reconciliation closure energy is super strong. It's bridge. Could literally indicating like meeting in the middle if we're connecting with the Hierophant in terms of having differences of opinion or feelings about where things would go. Like, could be literal, physical, you know, in terms of travel as well. But that's like a bridge, you know, bridge the gap, meet in the middle. And the problem here is this bridge is a little bit, yeah, it does look a little bit, is it being held up by wood, like a ladder? Successfully getting across that on the other side. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. Gotta tell you, I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck. It's definitely around your wake-up energy here. And, of course, that eye energy connecting us also with the third eye chakra, the self-awareness. And I want to tell you, we are in this Mercury retrograde energy, depending really on your chart, is pretty intense time for many. For me in particular, with my top three, Cancer, Scorpio, Sagittarius, it is like heightened to some kind of surreal level at the moment. So whatever is in your chart or whatever you're feeling, go into that, trusting your intuition. Because you may be not even expecting this person. It could be that it's just like, what? You know, throwing you for a loop, because they're going to be, I feel like, flying through that window of opportunity, that door. You know, the the dragon guarding that door, like they're coming, they could be literally showing up, you know, at your door, you could say. The bottom of the deck is hills, obstacles to overcome. A journey, either physical or mental. It feels like really mental to me, but again, it could be around literal travel. I don't think that's the case, though. I want to bring in some channeled love messages, and then we're going to close. You're reading today the Tarot Closet. By the way, and I just forgot to mention it because I'm just sort of holding off on that till later in the reading. I forgot to say that your playlists are in the video description, but also here at the Tarot Closet on the playlist tab. Twin flame readings, specifically if you're a twin flame. More all signs tarot readings. All 12 zodiac signs. And also remember, if you are hearing, seeing, suspecting my readings, my content anywhere in any way, shape, or form, it means someone's stealing, because this is the only place that I release my readings. So thank you for those of you that have messaged me. Destiny is here. And thank you for those of you that will. I appreciate it. The emails, and there goes the camera. I saw it coming and I thought, oh, I have plenty of time. No, I just stopped looking. You didn't miss anything. What I was saying is I wanted to validate with the wind chimes, peace and harmony. For me, that's connecting with the sword energy, with the communication, with the apology that they need to make here, that they're coming in to make. It might be pretty intense, I feel, but it is an apology. Somebody is waking up. The shadow energy, for me, a lot of it is getting out of the shadow energy as well in order to do this, but it still feels like maybe out of nowhere and intense. But the wind connecting with the communication, and the chimes in particular, they're making music. Look. And that is a real specific energy for me around restoring peace and harmony, literally. Peace and harmony, you know, working on things. And coming in with this apology, like what they're saying. That will change where things are. And you can literally see the leaves going down. There are 3 of them. It's time. That's around change. And yes, I am hearing the scorpions, winds of change. So what they have to say, while it's intense, it does feel like they know they need to do this. And it is going to end the cycle that's been going on for you now, which I do like. Sending a message through that this has hit me hard. I know we met for a reason. Look, it's here with destiny as well. Persevere, like they know they need to do this. I know I'll never find another like you. It went right here on Wishbone. Are you thinking of me? I have so much regret. And that's the 5 of Cups energy. That's here. It's very strong. I regret how I left things, how things were left. Well, look at this. I will always love you is here. It's here with I believe the 5 of Cups was there, but it's also here with the Page of Cups, which can be some kind of, you know, a little bit of emotionally immature energy. Wow. I'm trying to send a message. Right here on Wind Chimes. Right here on Good News. And that's going to be really relative what that means for you. You know, somebody's coming to say, let's get married or anything. To me, that's just really around everything that's happened and what they really need to make right here. Although the fact that that message came in, it could be that it's for somebody. It was me, not you, and it's hit me hard. And I'm making a plan to come to you. Look, I'm trying to send a message. Yeah. Whether you are expecting it or it's coming out of nowhere, and again, they could be knocking on that door literally. Now you know the dragon here, go pick up that wand, get ready. It's hard getting over you, so that's really specific in terms of where you might be. And the last message, missing you. And it's here with needle and thread. You know, again, that mending energy. So it is here. It's definitely connected to that. Beautiful soul, that is your All Signs Love Tarot reading today. Thank you for joining me at the Tarot Closet, and I look forward to seeing you next time.